Welcome to the Don't Get Fooled show with Big Ree and Ace. All right, let's go, Ace.
Bam. All right, boys and girls, NFL season is back. Cannot wait since February 2020 Super Bowl. It's been a long offseason. The boys are back, Big Ree and Ace. As you guys can see, we've stepped up our game. We got some new branding. Don't Get Fooled, boys and girls. The show is now called Don't Get Fooled with Big Ree and Ace. As you guys can see, stepped it up. New branding. We got the new TV set going on. New lighting, studio. New camera, studio shoot. And so a lot of work, effort, time, money, everything put in to kind of level up our game and give the viewers a better viewing experience. I hope you guys enjoy it. So, I'm pumped, Big Ree. We're taking a new step, with our show. Been doing this for over 5 years, and, we got a loyal following, and we enjoy this, and we do this for the fans and the viewers, and it's nothing like football season. We started off with college football last week, first week, and now you got the tag team Saturday, Sunday, and now with how the games are set up, you usually got games Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And Monday, Big Ree. I know you're super excited about Monday games, and so football for the next 5 months.
Yeah.
It's going to be pumped. And so I'm super pumped. It's been a long off season. We're coming off the championship, Super Bowl champions, your Los Angeles Rams, big win, over Cincinnati Bengals. Credit to the Bengals.
Yeah, sorry, Drew.
Didn't think they were gonna make it, but at least the city of Cincinnati had something to talk about.
Exactly, because there's nothing to talk about.
Something positive. Cincinnati.
Like what is there to talk about?
I mean, what's that item that everyone talks about?
Skyline chili or whatever.
The skyline. The skyline.
Get that nonsense
Skyline
out of here.
chili in Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's a piece of shit.
I mean, look, I'm not going to say that because I've been to Cincinnati, and so I'm not going to say, I would not say any city is a complete piece of shit. I would say that there are certain...
It's boring, though.
I would say there are certain cities that are less desirable than others.
And Cincinnati falls in that.
I'll leave it at that, right?
Yeah.
But I just don't... my thought is I like traveling, Big Ree, whether it's road trips out, and I do not want to get targeted when I'm in one of these cities.
Yeah.
One of the viewers remembers us and says, hey, what did you have to say about Cincinnati? So, look, guys, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying they had something to talk about with the Super Bowl. Yeah. And so, congrats for making the Super Bowl. Yeah. They didn't make this. They
didn't even won a playoff game for like 2 decades.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. And then they had a nice run there, and everybody's talking.
Credit to Zach Taylor, man. Kudos to him.
Yeah,
the defense. And Joey B, of course.
Joey B. We'll get into that because I'm picking that's one of my games. So we'll get a little bit more into that. But
we're gonna get into that.
Look, those guys. Credit to them. They made the Super Bowl. Credit to the Rams championship. I like how everybody got paid. You got Sean McVay, Aaron Donald, all these guys,
securing the bag. There's nothing you can't blame them
trying to leverage this win and, act like they're going to retire and this, that. That's the one thing that, look, you want to get paid? I get it. That's all good. But stop this nonsense and shenanigans that, hey, I'm thinking about retiring and I'm going to leave. And
I agree with that.
This is just a bunch of crap.
I think no way when McVay was retired.
McVay had no business, no interest.
Maybe like 40%.
But he wasn't going to really retire. None of these guys were really retired. You're going to retire after
McVay, 0%. No chance.
It's just, let's stop this crap. If you want to leverage it and get paid, you're going to get paid. But stop this nonsense, Get no
that's
respect.
just their agent telling them what to say.
I get it, but dude, just stop it. Stop it. Seriously. I don't like that. A lot of big moves and stuff. Obviously,
they got Allen Robinson. That's probably their biggest move.
That's a big move for the Rams. Then you got off-season moves. Bobby Wagner. They lost what's his name, Von Miller to Buffalo.
So that's like an equivalent.
How the hell did Von Miller pull that contract?
That's what I was trying to say. Some people he deserved that. I was like, no, he didn't.
No,
he was gonna get 2 years, $30 million.
Come on,
guys. I was thinking
come on.
2 years, 20, 2 years, 25, something like that.
He got paid. This is just.
I think he was originally going to Denver, and then he just got this ridiculous offer, and his agent's like, just sign. Don't worry.
You got to sign that.
Don't worry.
You better sign that. I don't blame him. Then you got Matt Ryan moving from, to the Colts. That was the thing. A.J. Brown going from Tennessee to Philadelphia.
Right.
That was
Deshaun
big.
Watson.
Deshaun Watson, that was huge. Going to
Yeah.
Cleveland, got paid $230 million,
Baker Mayfield.
guaranteed,
Yeah.
fully guaranteed.
Baker finally moving to Carolina.
Finally, he had to go, but that's kind of back to Cincinnati. I hate to keep bringing up Cincinnati, but Cleveland is in the same boat. It's considered a less desirable city, and Cleveland had to roll the dice.
Yeah, I was watching some show or something like the top 10 things to do in Cleveland. The number 10 is grocery shopping.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know if they're being sarcastic or anything, but yeah. And then we got the wide receivers moving. We got Devontae Adams going to Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah, that was huge.
We got Tyreek Hill going to Miami.
So first of all, let's talk about the Devontae Adams. You're a huge Green Bay fan. He moved to the Las Vegas Raiders. A lot of LA fans are big Raiders fans because they were in LA, and now they're a 4-hour drive away in Vegas. So what's your thought on that?
It was very shocking. I mean, he obviously he wanted to move it. They're willing to pay him even more than the Raiders. So, but I think it's a blessing in disguise. They used him for about how many 6-7 years, something like that, and got a first and second for him. And they drafted a defensive player, moved up to get a wide receiver. I think it's a win-win for both sides.
So you think, like, how do you think about Green Bay this year? I mean, they moved on.
I like the way they look, but I have to see at least 2 to 3 games, see how the defense goes.
Yeah. I mean, I think, look, Raiders, you reunite Carr with Adams.
You got Renfro, you got Waller, Jacobs.
They got a lot of offensive weapons, especially the wide receivers, and I like Carr all along. I mean, I like his moxie.
I agree, yeah.
You got Jacobs at running back. Obviously, they're moving on from the Gruden era.
Yeah, for sure.
Devontae Adams, he's a stud, bro. I hope he lives up to this contract. He got paid big. All these receivers are getting paid.
Yeah.
Receivers are just getting paid, and then Tyreek Hill moving on to Miami.
Yeah.
Miami's got a lot of nice.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you got Waddle, you got Tyreek Hill, you got the tight end Gesicki.
Yeah.
They added some running backs. Tua's got to step up. Yeah, Chase Edmonds, and so.
Yeah.
Miami, they ended
They're
the season.
all in. This is it for Tua.
Tua's got to perform now.
It's either you're in. That's why they went all in. So
to see if they have it.
Is it Tua or
if
not?
he's the guy or not. So I like it. They ended the season really well last year, and so I'm excited to see Miami.
Yeah.
I support a lot of teams. Miami's one of them, so I'm looking forward to them. AJ Brown, what do you think? He
got moved to Philly, right?
Yeah, he got moved to Philly. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray got paid?
Yeah, he was doing the whole same shit, taking off the Instagram, Arizona Cardinals.
All these guys are just.
It's all the whole shenanigans. It's all the chicken playing chicken.
Yeah, everyone's playing this, and it's all the business. So I get it. No hate. One last thing I want to talk about. What do you think about Russell Wilson? That's a big deal. Moved on to Denver. What do you think about that?
I think the city fits perfect for him compared to Seattle. They both kind of in the same boat as a city. Weather-wise, too, kind of cold in both cities.
Very true, yep.
Both good organizations. I think Denver's a better organization.
Okay.
And they have a good wide receiving core with Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton. And I think the running back game is pretty good with Javonte Williams, Melvin Gordon, and a great defense. So I think this fits him perfectly.
I'm interested to see, Russell Wilson, what he does. You know, 33 now?
Yeah.
And moving to Denver.
He got the bag, too.
He got paid, he got paid. And
he bought the most expensive house in Denver.
Like 12 mil, right?
25 mil.
25 mil?
Yeah.
Damn.
Four bedrooms, 12 bathrooms.
12 bathrooms?
Yeah, it was taking a whole lot of deuces in there.
You got to have a different bathroom for every day of the week.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. So that's, look, credit, I want to give
Probably says Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, for sure, on the door, so he knows which door to go to. So, look, I'll give credit. He got paid. You got to roll the dice. Denver, hopefully he can be there for the next 5 to 8 years and perform. Sure. He could play into his 40s like, Tom Brady maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
But, I know. What about Seattle? I know some Seahawks fans. Shout out to Harry B.
I don't know if he is a Seahawks fan anymore.
I don't know either. I mean, is he? Word is what? He's
He's a free agent. He's a free agent.
Off and he's
a free agent.
He's jumping off and he's a free agent. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then
they're gonna fall off. I said last year you have to decide between Russ or Pete. It's one or the other.
You kept saying that for sure. You did say that, and they, obviously, I mean, they have Geno Smith as their QB, bro. Come on.
Exactly.
You're not trying to win when you have Geno Smith as your QB. That's pretty clear.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I know they got Rashad Penny. He played really well the last 5 weeks. Then they drafted the running back at Michigan State.
Oh,
you did?
Team, yeah.
Okay, and you're actually about to start another fantasy draft in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
I'll get auto-drafted. It's okay.
You'll get auto-drafted the first round. We got a little bit delayed in the taping today, but I know we got some people on standby waiting to do the draft. They got instructions for that first and second round for Big Ree. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting season. A lot of carousel of players moving around. Cannot wait. Got some insider picks and some futures and stuff. So we'll get into that at the end of the picks. But it's going to be a juicy season as usual. Get into the picks? Yeah. Anything else you want to throw out? I mean,
I'm just so excited for even Thursday, bro. Like
Thursday 9-8. You got the Rams and Buffalo. It's your boy Josh Allen. Right now, let's get back into Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Is Josh Allen going to win the MVP, Big Ree?
He's not my pick this year.
He's not?
Unfortunately.
How is he not your pick this year? He actually played really well to end the season.
He is the favorite.
He looks like an MVP candidate.
I don't know.
What if I told you I'm a big Josh Allen fan and I think he's the favorite?
He is the favorite.
I'm not going to say that. I'm just asking if I told you that.
Yeah,
okay.
I would believe you because it's a fact.
Oh, he is a favorite, but I once again, I don't think he's going to win. If you want to take that same wager, I'm on for that.
No, I'm okay.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, if you have any favorites, if you want to make any wagers, let me know. I'm willing to take, willing to get a nice meal from you at any time of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's real quick. Super Bowl picks. Well, we'll get into that at the end. We'll get into that, like the features and all this stuff. But look, it's going to be nothing like NFL season, nothing like football season. So if anything else you want to throw in, let's just get in.
Yeah, let's get right into the picks.
All right. Here we go, boys and girls. Aquí vamos, chicos y chicas. Let's go. NFL Week 1, Game 1. I got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are a 6.5-point favorite, Big Ree. Pittsburgh 9-7-1, coming off a 42-21 loss to Kansas City in the playoffs. The big news out of Pittsburgh, quarterback Ben Roethlisberger retired. Finally, I think he had to go. He had a great career. Shout out to him. He'll be retired, Hall of Famer, but his time was up. And they announced just yesterday the quarterback Mitch Trubisky is named the starter. He spent last year with Buffalo, and prior to that, the number 2 pick, with Chicago. And you know what? He's been a solid quarterback, honestly, his entire career. He just never was a really good quarterback, but he was a solid quarterback. I still think he has some untapped potential, and I want to see what he does with Pittsburgh. They got a good run game. Yeah. Najee Harris, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns, so that will give him a little bit of freedom that he doesn't have to do everything. They did get blown out by Cincinnati last year at Cincinnati, 41-10. And the line here is only 6.5, Big Ree. And so that's interesting. Cincinnati 10-7, coming off a Super Bowl trip. They did lose 23-20, but they had a great, run to the Super Bowl playoffs. They beat the Raiders, they beat Kansas City, Tennessee. But if you ask me, I think they probably should have lost all 3 of those games, if you ask me. I think they barely, they got lucky with all of those games, and I'm not as hyped on their train. And I know everybody was, jumping on the Joey B bandwagon, and this guy's the next grade, and he's the real deal. Look, he's a good quarterback. I like Joey. I like Joe Burrow. I think he's a really good quarterback, but I'm not jumping on them that they're title contenders every year. And
so they're not a good title contender this year is what you're saying. Can you confirm this?
I don't put them in my top 7.
Okay. No, just AFC.
No, if you're not in my top 7, you're not a title contender.
Okay, that's it.
Period.
That's
so
fair.
you're not a title contender. You got a good team. You can win 10, 11. You can win between 9 to 11 games every year. That's what I expect out of them. Nothing more, nothing less. And, you get lucky again like you did, then, yeah, you can make a rip. But I don't think they have any chance.
Yeah.
Let me make this clear. They have no chance of making that Super Bowl this year. No chance at all. I'll make that clear. And I would not be surprised if they don't even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm calling it right now. Would not be surprised. 6.5-point favorites here. Don't like it. I like Pittsburgh to cover this. And so I'm taking Pittsburgh plus 6.5. Game 2, Kansas City Chiefs at the Arizona Cardinals. The Chiefs are a 6-point favorite. Kansas City coming off a 12-5 season. They lost 27-24 in overtime to Cincinnati in the conference finals. Patrick Mahomes, 37 TDs, but he did have 13 interceptions, and he needs to clean that up. Obviously, he has a big hole to fill. They lost stud wide receiver Tyreek Hill. I think that's a big loss for them. Huge loss. But they did pick up the Pittsburgh wide receiver Smith-Schuster. They did draft Sky Moore out of Western Michigan. So they did retool there.
Yeah, you're forgetting about Marquez Valdez-Scantling, bro.
What about your boy Marquez Valdez-Scantling? I know you're a big fan of him.
He got paid more than Juju, bro.
He did get paid.
There's a reason. He'll have a better season than Juju.
Really? Really?
Here first.
Wow, big read. Those are big words. I know you always support your ex-Packers. So look, they retool. I think. Look, Tyreek Hill was a really good player, and we'll see. I mean, he was a unique player. Sure, so how does that affect him? I mean, obviously they're trying to say this guy Sky Moore's got the speed and can just fill in. So we'll see. I don't know.
They'll figure it out, I think. Mahomes will figure it out.
Mahomes is a good QB, and he'll figure it out, but losing Tyreek is a big deal.
For sure it is.
Obviously, Edwards-Helaire, he only played, 10 games last year, so hopefully he's healthy and can play close.
They signed Ronald Jones. That's another USC.
Ronald Jones, the running back from Tampa Bay. I mean, they needed somebody they needed a backup, right? Yeah. And, in case Helaire is injured. So, look, Kansas City, I think they're going to be fine. Then we got Arizona, 11-6 last season. They did start off 8-1, ended the season 3-6, Big Ree, with a 34-11 loss to the Rams in the wild card. DeAndre Hopkins, wide receiver, suspended for the first six games.
Correct, yes.
Quarterback Kyler Murray got paid. He got paid big time. Look, Arizona's a good team, but you're losing your best receiver. I don't think you're going to be able to compete with Kansas City. I know you're at home, but look, this line should be closer to 10. If you ask me,
just jumped 2 points today. It was originally at 4.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is my lock of the week, boys and girls. Do not get fooled here. Take Kansas City -6. Game 3, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Detroit Lions. The Eagles are a 4-point favorite. Eagles coming off a 9-8 season. They lost 31-15 to the Bucs in the playoffs. They did pick up stud wide receiver A.J. Brown in a trade with the Titans. You got quarterback Jalen Hurts. He had a really solid season last year. I think he's going to improve with the extra weapon in Brown. Add that to Devontae Smith, and you got something going there on the wide receiver corps.
No doubt.
If you want to throw this in, MVP odds. Jalen Hurts 30-1. I think he's a dark horse candidate, but at 30-1, I don't see huge value. I think you wait till it gets to 40-50, and then you jump on that. Take a flyer on those. Jalen Hurts. I think if they can win, they had 9 wins last season. I think they can get to 13. You get 13 wins, and Jalen Hurts puts up numbers on the ground and through the air. I think that this guy's an MVP candidate.
Right.
And at 40-50-1, I like it. So, and then look, they did end the season 7-3 in the regular season last year, so they did play well to end the season and to make the playoffs. And then we got Detroit, coming off a 3-13-1 season. Jared Goff played well, and he put up numbers, especially given the talent around him. They made a lot of additions, so I think they're much improved. They improved at the end of last year. I think they got a good coach there, a good coaching staff. They got new players. They added the D lineman out of Michigan, Hutchinson. Look, they got a nice up-and-coming team, I think. I think they can get six wins, 7 wins. And there's a chance if all things work out, they're a dark horse candidate to make the playoffs. I know you might laugh
Detroit?
here. Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Oh, you agree? Okay, interesting. I thought you were gonna laugh. You were gonna be laughing. I think they can actually make a wild card there.
Yeah, for sure.
They got an interesting team. This game is in Detroit, but I just think Philadelphia is much improved, and 4 points here. I like Philadelphia here. I think it's going to be a close game. I wouldn't be surprised if Detroit even leads this game at 1 point. But I think Philadelphia wins this in the fourth, and they cover as well. And so I'm taking Philadelphia -4. Big Reed, let's go.
The first game I got is the Browns at the Panthers. Obviously, as we mentioned, trading for Watson, him suspended. They also traded for wide receiver Amari Cooper. Finally traded Baker Mayfield to the team they're playing. And Baker Mayfield, obviously, he's very hungry. They got Christian McCaffrey back. They traded for Jaguars wide receiver Laviska Shenault. So I like the wide receiver core with Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore. Baker Mayfield wants this win. And he said it, too, to the public, to the media. Yeah, he said, I'm ready to beat their ass, like something between their lines.
Then he's denying the context or something.
Yeah, and I don't mind that. Like, at least he's telling the truth. He's hungry. He wants this W. And the Browns' backup quarterback, who they'll be starting, is Jacoby Brissett. I don't see much out of him. They're going to be running it a lot, throwing it to David Njoku, who's the tight end. I really like Panthers -2.5 here. The next game I got is the Sunday night football game. We got the Bucs traveling to Jerry World in Dallas. The current spread is Bucs -2.5. Bucs coming off a huge, crazy offseason. Obviously, Brady retiring, then unretiring. I told all my friends, too. I was like, he's going to unretire. Guaranteed.
Did you really?
Yeah, I called in one of my group chats.
So just to confirm, you said you told all your friends that Brady... Wait, you told all your friends that Brady is coming back and he's going to unretire, but you didn't tell me. So does that mean I'm not your friend, Big Ree? Just question. I mean...
I said one of my...
It's all good. I'm just giving you a hard
obviously,
time,
losing Gronk is a big one. Signed Julio Jones.
I'm a Julio fan.
Yeah,
so.
Chris Godwin was supposed to be out, but now he's expected to play week 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's a huge deal. Cowboys offseason was the exact opposite. Losing Pro Bowl tackle Tyron Smith is huge. He's done for the season. They traded Amari. Michael Gallup is hurt. Their defense is okay. With all this happening, everyone is going to take the Bucs, and I'm doing the exact opposite. I like Dallas here a lot, +2.5. That's my lock of the week. The last game I got is the Broncos, Monday Night Football. Broncos traveling to Seattle. The current spread is 6.5. Broncos' biggest splash, obviously, as you mentioned, Russell Wilson. They also got a new coach in Nathaniel Hackett, former Packers offensive coordinator. They kept Melvin Gordon. They wanted to keep a veteran running back. This team is definitely going to be special, as I mentioned earlier, I think, at least. Seahawks, obviously, they're going in the opposite direction. They did give DK Metcalf the bag, and Seahawks O-line is terrible. That's kind of the reason Russ wanted out. He wanted a good O-line. But I think this game will be closer than people think. It did jump 2 points. But you can't forget about the 12th man in Seattle. I think they're going to game manage this game by running the ball a lot. And I think I got a 21-17 win for Denver. Woo-hoo. I like Seattle +6.5.
Wow. Okay, so you think Seattle covers there?
Right.
Okay. Well, let's get into some
futures.
Yeah, let's get into some futures, survivor picks. My survivor pick this week, I'm taking San Francisco versus the Bears.
Yeah, I got the Ravens versus the Jets.
Well,
Zach Wilson may play, he may not. They said, but
I mean, does it really matter? I mean, they're the Jets.
Okay. Anyway,
I mean, does it really matter? I mean, look, I think everybody that's a football fan is rooting for the Jets, their New York team, to at least be decent. It's good for football. They got a lot of offensive weapons they added through the draft.
Yeah.
But, I mean, who knows? Mekhi Becton, the O-line, first-round pick, he's out. Wilson, like, as you said, he injured his knee, but then they say he might play now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, look. But, yeah, I think that's a solid pick, the Ravens. And then futures, let's get into some future picks. I know in the actual, to make the Super Bowl, right now, this is the one pick I just want to throw out to viewers. You got Arizona, who's 40-1 right now, okay, the Cardinals.
Okay.
But Hopkins is suspended for the first 6 games, and they got a tough schedule. Wait it out for the first 4 to 6 games. Let these odds drop to about 100 to maybe 150-1, because I think it's going to happen, maybe even higher. So they might start off 1-4, 2-4,
Yeah.
and then pounce on it. That's my input.
Okay.
That's my input. I think Detroit is a long dark horse, but I don't know if they're ready yet. Miami's an interesting play at 40-1 as well. So, but those are my future odds. What about you? Anything on the futures or?
I got Rashawn Gary, Defensive Player of the Year, 30-1. It's a bias pick. It is a Packers bias pick, but I think he's due for a breakout season. If you want a top 3 one, I like Michael Parsons to win a Defensive Player of the Year. He's 10-1.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson, MVP at 20-1 is an interesting play. Good odds.
That's solid. Yeah. 20-1 for Jackson. I mean, he's won it before.
Yeah.
What about anything else you want to throw in on the futures?
That's pretty much it. I mean, there's some good other ones. I mean, I don't know. These are the ones that stood out for me.
Quick, true or false? True or false, Big Ree? Rams repeat and win the Super Bowl.
I think it's really hard to repeat in NFL, so I'm going to go false. But you never know.
I agree. I think it's very hard, but I just don't see it, to be honest. I think they had a good run. I don't see it. I know you're going to say you're rooting for the Packers.
I'm rooting for the Packers, but I don't see them coming out of the NFC. I got to see the first 2 or 3 games, but if I had to pick an NFC team right now, an interesting play is 49ers. I like Trey Lance. I like their defense. They got Deebo Samuel. They kept him. Obviously, I think Ayuk is due for a breakout season. You got George Kittle, Elijah Mitchell. It's a very good team.
Interesting team, but it all goes down to Lance, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This guy, he's got a. I mean, look, you got Jimmy G, right? Jimmy G is a solid QB.
Right.
So you got to play better than Jimmy G.
Right,
and
exactly. Yeah.
Is he going to play better than Jimmy G? Maybe he has more potential. But is he going to play better than Jimmy G? And that's interesting team there. Got some. I want to give a shout out to Z-Ball from the Z-Ball podcast. Interesting play here. Divisional pick. Texans 28-1 to win the division, called by Z-Ball. That's an interesting play. I actually like it.
So you're gonna sprinkle?
I like it. I think you want to throw something in.
Yeah.
28-1 to win the division on the Texans. I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
I like it. What about Super Bowl? What's your Super Bowl pick? Who's the team that you like? Just like, who do you think?
49ers versus the Bills. That's my pick.
I mean, I think Bills are a sexy pick this year. I mean, they almost won it. Won out in the playoffs. That was a crazy game that they lost, but
the sleeper, I have to say Miami. I would say.
Yeah, Miami's an interesting team. Play. I mean, I want to see them, but what do you think? Do you think Brady can take the Bucs back?
Yeah, there's always that chance too. You never count out Brady ever.
That's true.
Ever.
It's tough to count out Brady. I mean, it's going to be a fun season. That's the thing about football is
you never know.
You just never know, right? Any team can come through. Exactly. Any team can start off as a favorite and quickly be out the door, and other teams can come out of nowhere. Look at the Bengals. They were at one point 150-1 last year, and they made the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
They didn't win, but they made it. So.
All right. Anything else to add?
No, just can't wait till Sunday, Big Ree.
All right. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Peace out, guys.